What's been the reasons behind the attempt at the Triple Crown?
Yeah, I suppose obviously John and Sue and Derek and Gay and Michael and Dorian always had it in their mind that like obviously if a Triple Crown horse came along, but like obviously it's very hard to find. We've had a lot of horses through here over the years, and like they all usually fail at one stage. It's very hard to get a horse that wins a Guineas, and then you're lucky enough if he stays a mile and a half, and then I suppose that when you go a mile and 6, it's the extreme distance. So obviously we're very lucky that Camelot came along. And
when you're preparing Camelot for the Guineas, or when you're preparing Camelot for the Ledger, is there any difference in the way you train? I'm speaking as a complete layman.
No, I suppose really the season carries on, and obviously as the season goes on he gets fitter and gets harder, so I suppose you don't change much. He's a very natural horse really.
Last time we saw him was in the Irish Derby. Would I be right in saying that the soft ground, it was pretty soft that day, would not be as ideal?
No, we were very worried about the Irish Derby obviously. He's obviously by Montjuic, but he's out of a King Mambo, out of a Danehill mare, so very strong traits of both of those horses in him. Very worried about the ground. He's a lovely, easy moving horse, so we were very worried on the day about the ground.
You've had a break since. Has that done him some good?
Yeah, he's done very well. He's had a break, and he was at Leopardstown 3 weeks ago. So so far everything's so good so far.
The $1 million question: are you confident that he'll stay the stiff 1 mile 6.5 as it is in the Ledger?
You can't be, Steve. Really, obviously you'd be a lot more happy if it was a 1.25 miles. But like you don't know really. Like obviously a horse to get the Derby distance usually will get Gold Cup trip as an older horse, so it's very difficult when you think of a Guineas winner asking him to do that. So it's a very difficult task really.
42 years on since the last Triple Crown winner, which was also trained here at Ballydoyle. Have you seen films of Nijinsky's wins?
Yeah, absolutely. He obviously was a very classy horse, and like an incredible horse really. Some of the lads would have remembered him, yeah. So Billy on the gallop would have been here, and sure Tommy is just semi-retired, so yeah, they'd have all remembered him.
My memory was that Nijinsky was a very fast horse. He was a very good 2-year-old, and he won the Guineas in good style, and almost that you felt the Ledger might have been his limit in terms of distance. Would Camelot be a slightly more staying type? Yeah,
listen, I'm not sure. Obviously he's by Montjuic, and we were very aware going to the Guineas. No, Montjuic never had a mile winner as a 3-year-old, so that was a big worry obviously, but he's a lot of speed. We saw on the Racing Post trophy, he's a great traveller and he quickens well, so like obviously I know what you mean, but he's a very special horse. He's danced every dance, he's passed every test so far.